Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Rebel Inc. Escalation Official Scenarios. Today we're moving on to Flying Fury, and this one's actually pretty fun. It's a bit hard on Mega Brutal, but fun nonetheless. We get to bring death from above using an advanced helicopter gunship. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. We have to play with the civil servants. Now, for this particular map, I would strongly recommend going with the sensor, only because I do find it's easy to lose control of the insurgents and have them capture lots of zones and you lose reputation way too quickly. Otherwise, Logistics Expert is still not half bad. And I am going to be going for the Tax Collector this time instead of the Realist, because for some reason on this map, I find I can stabilize a couple of zones faster than you would expect, so the lack of stability doesn't usually end up hurting me all that much. And we're going to call this one New Lemon, because nobody likes old lemons, they're gross. Alright, so the start of this scenario is pretty much the same as anything else. We're playing with Azur Dam, but of course not with the truck convoys to be escorted. Place my HQ down over here. Go for intelligence, effective procurement, work our way up to the education, get more intelligence, and then stop there for a moment. Let the inflation tick on down. I do find on this map that people frequently are asking for things like water, so I'll go ahead and pick that up now. I suppose that's okay. Now, on this map, there are going to be several of these little markers. We have arms caches, one located here, 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 and here. So 4 in total. Each one of them makes the insurgents fight stronger, so you want to get rid of these. There's also a training camp located right over here, which is going to be spawning more insurgents, on top of the regular 2 camps that you get for playing on Mega Brutal. So this is where it can get a little overwhelming, because you effectively have 3 camps that are spawning insurgents, and if you don't deal with the first 2 very quickly, then you're going to have a pretty rough time. After that, it's not so bad. Let's go ahead and pick up that outreach office. I do want to be able to work towards such things as the universal justice and so on, though I actually really also think that roads are super important on this map, because you want to have enough mobility to really move around and take advantage of the opponents. I mean, if there's going to be 3 camps that are spawning, like, I need to be able to react to those situations quickly, you know what I mean? So I would like to go ahead and get some roads. Are there any that are requested? No, not at the moment, so I'm going to go for regular roads to start. This entire stretch right here is regular roads, and then all of this, I think with the exception of this little bit right here, are interstate. So interstate for the southern half, regular roads for the northern half. Without that, your units just move painfully slow. It is pretty rough. Getting a lid on these insurgents early on is going to be the real trick. And I can't say that I've got it down perfectly, but, you know, we'll get there. All right, so we do have the ability to get some military units, and we want to immediately start clearing out some of these arms caches or scouting for enemy camps. Sometimes it spawns right over here. It's not unusual for me to find that there's a camp right in this corner and right up in these corners up in over here. That's not unusual. Ideally, both camps end up being somewhere in this area, and we can quickly force the insurgents to stick to these mountains, even with a camp, and then keep them contained from there. But sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you don't. Let's go ahead and deploy a second round of soldiers, because I want to take out this arms cache. Still not seeing any sign of the other camps. What we may want to do, and this is a bit unusual, but I think it might be worth it, is go for something like interpreters and guides, which would allow us to get intelligence quickly and possibly find a camp in this corner. We found a camp right here, actually, weirdly enough. Okay. And yeah, they did spawn over here, which makes me think there might be a camp. So I am going to go for... I probably don't even need the interpreters and guides if I'm going to just run in there directly into a fight, actually, now that I think about it, so let's ignore that. People want security, that's all well and good, but we're going to go for the telecoms. I think that's going to be an easier one for me to pick up. Let's see, no sign of the camp over here, here, or here, so yeah, it's probably right here. We'll go ahead and start moving in this direction and engaging with them once this arms cache is done, which should be right about now. We move over here to reinforce. And I kind of want to get some more corruption reduction, because that's something on this particular scenario I find that I frequently just have trouble with. But alright, so now we're reinforcing. We haven't found the camp. It's up there. Dang it! Okay, I thought I knew where it was, and it turns out I was wrong. I did not know where it was. Okay, so we're going to do something then. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a helicopter gunship. And this is going to spawn a special unit that we can control. And by placing it in a certain place... we will force insurgents to flee from a zone, and this thing functions as a temporary mobile garrison providing support to all nearby units. So by moving over here, we're just going to immediately win this fight, force these guys to retreat somewhere else, which we're going to do right over here. Now we've got some extra defenses, and once we arrive, we can hopefully take out this camp. And there we go. Okay, so we got that down. That's great. Now we go ahead and try to probably keep these guys contained somehow. I don't like that these guys are in the mountains, but I don't have a great way of getting rid of them at the moment. I would like to probably have somebody over here trying to keep these city areas, these urban zones, alive. Well, this one's not urban, but I do find that if this zone gets retaken, for some reason you lose a ridiculous amount of reputation. So we got to go ahead and take that out. I do need to train up some national soldiers. Yes, that greatly increases my corruption. That's one of the reasons that I find this scenario can be a bit tricky, and you really want to make sure you got that corruption going down, but otherwise we're okay. We can place a helicopter over here, and this would help to contain this area, at least for a bit. What I'm a little bit concerned about is whether or not we're going to be able to deal with these guys if they keep moving around. But yeah, that's right. You go ahead and get the heck out of here. There we go. See? Look at that. All right, so if you can get roads built out over here and have fast mobility, we might be able to defend these areas. Let's go for another round of our national soldiers, some more corruption reduction. They're starting to move over here, but that's fine. We've got a gunship providing some support, plus we're going to have some reinforcements, so we can fight for both of these. No problem at all. And we're looking for any sign of additional camps. Now, the good news is, with this many zones taken over, they're probably going to keep to this area. My problem is, if they start getting across this river, we might find ourselves in a situation where I have a hard time keeping these guys contained. Whereas right now, at least, everything's looking kind of fine. That's one of the reasons I need to get some more boots on the ground. Anything else people are asking for? Interstates. Interesting. Yes, we can go ahead and work on that. That's fine. And let's go ahead and get some basic medical supplies going as well. I'm still watching that corruption with a little bit of disconcerted effort here, but that's fine. 2 more national soldiers will help. Hey, a camp. Unexpected, but all right, I'll take it. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Let's go ahead and use the helicopter to force these guys back before they take over another zone. We're also getting rid of the minefield. Now, I do want to get rid of this as soon as we can, but that's where I kind of need to get some reinforcements over here first in order to do that. We have to go, unfortunately, for the foreign relations. So let's go ahead and do that right about now. These guys just want to fight. Let's see if we can get over here and keep these guys contained. Yeah, any more zones than this, and we're going to start having some issues. I need to be able to protect this urban area if possible. Moving the helicopter over here would be a way to force them back. But it looks like some of them are already running down over here, so that's probably not going to end up being an option unless I move the helicopter right now, which we can do, and that's going to force these guys to abandon that fight and get the heck out of here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this arms cache, or do we need to get some reinforcements? Because we look like we're losing this fight. Yeah, we're losing this fight. Hang on. First, let's go ahead and deal with this. Now, I'm sitting on way too much money. Let's go ahead and train up some additional national soldiers. We can upgrade our helicopter. Tracer rounds would allow them to destroy insurgents whenever they get chased out of a zone, so that's not bad. Missile pods allows the gunship to start destroying insurgent buildings for me, which you can imagine is very nice. Advanced radar gets me additional intelligence and identifies enemy activity in all neighboring zones. Weapons guidance just gives us more support strength. And ATC Order 1 lets us decrease the cooldown. Notice we have no drones, though, so this is kind of the trade-off. What else do I think I want? I'm kind of looking at that corruption reduction once again and thinking, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I see these guys moving around down over here. Not a fan. The helicopter... You know, we have tracer rounds. I think we're going to go ahead and reduce the cooldown so I can make use of it more often. And some coalition soldiers want to leave, but we do have plenty of reputation at the moment, so I'm not feeling too bad about that. Can we possibly chase these guys out of here? And then with them gone, use the helicopter to force them back across the bridge, and that will be the way I keep them contained. It depends on how well this goes. They have too many connected zones, hence why we're going to start losing a fair bit more reputation. We're going to go for long extension, since right now I have plenty of reputation to work with. That's always pretty nice. I wouldn't mind going for the strategic communications for even more support level. We do have a few zones that are happy, but there are more that need more work. They actually really want policing, believe it or not. 6 zones are asking for that. Yikes. Yeah, significant concern over a lack of security. All right, so these guys are going to retreat. Then we are going to pull out the helicopter. The helicopter will take out the minefield and force these guys out of here because they have no choice but to run. So that's taken care of. Let's go get rid of this arms cache so we have an easier time fighting from here on out. I can always get more national coalition soldiers if needed. Oh, right, missile pods. Sorry, we need to get that first. Now the helicopter will get rid of the minefield, which will make it a lot easier for me to move around. A few of these zones are finishing up. They're and getting stable, so that's nice. We're going to do one more long extension, and that's kind of it. Move you here because I see some enemies on the way. This arms cache is officially gone. Excellent. And the question is now, what do we want to do? I think I kind of like keeping the helicopter there, but I could actually just move you over here, and this would kind of do the same thing, and then the helicopter can do other stuff. Start pushing these guys around in the mountains, try to get them into a corner. Alternatively, now, actually, since the helicopter can take out buildings, if you move right here, right, that would actually work pretty well. Hang on. Let's move these guys so they only can retreat further into the mountains. Oh, and we also are being attacked over here. Well, we'll take care of that in a second. We'll send the helicopter over here in just a moment, and we can destroy their training camp, and that will stop some of the spawns. So let's go ahead and move. Insurgents retake a zone. Yeah, all right. Now it's time to get some coalition soldiers again. We're struggling in a couple of these areas. Hang on. Let's go ahead and take care of that. That's all going to get taken care of. They run away. Then we move back down over here, retake this. Be fine. Yes, they're taking some zones. I'm not a fan. Let's go for some more national soldiers. Plus, we'll go for the travel logistics so that they all move around a lot faster. Also get a slight combat boost. Now we just go for stronger units. At this point, they can't really go much of anywhere. We can defend this. Now, I hate seeing -7 reputation from a city going away. That's a problem. But otherwise, we're looking okay. Oh, and there was a camp, too. What do you know? Let's threaten and start getting some extra reputation just to kind of stem the bleeding for a little bit since their insurgent activity is getting a little out of control. I would like to get some reinforcements over here and prevent these guys from going anywhere, if you please. Keep the helicopter where it is for the moment. We're going to increase the pay of the national soldiers, and for $5, that's actually a steal. What else do we have over here? Explosive rounds, even more casualties when they have to flee. Yeah, that's all kind of fun. Probably not necessary, but it is fun. Let's go for some security since people are demanding that. That'll help me stabilize quite a few more zones, I believe. Coalition soldiers over here should be fine. At least for now, we're training up our last national soldiers, so this is the best we can do for the moment. Yeah, I really need to start pushing these guys out of the mountains, I think. That's going to have to end up being my next big goal. Tell you what, let's go ahead and send some national soldiers over to here to keep these guys under control, keep the reinforcements. We'll use the helicopter to guarantee that we win some fights and start pushing these guys around. That'll free up these units so that we can then let the coalition soldiers go and then keep these guys contained in the mountains. I think. I hope. Maybe? It could work. Let's go for national arms upgrades. We could do things like civil assistance too, by the way. That's usually a good thing to do, but don't think we need it right now. So as long as we win this fight, we're okay there. Yeah, I do think they'll automatically retreat in this direction. The helicopter automatically winning a fight and forcing them to retreat is really quite nice, because it means you don't actually have to go charging into some positions in order to win some of these crucial fights. So we'll be able to get this. I think I might need some airstrikes, believe it or not, so let's go ahead and start using that. That's not enough. Interesting. Okay, tell you what, we're going to use the helicopter then, force them to run away, and we'll get some casualties in the process. I'm going to go ahead and do one long extension again. I know it's a bit bold with my reputation. If they take over another city zone, we actually would be in a lot of trouble, but for now, we're looking okay. So let's go ahead and move you here. No. Now, one thing that's a little bit unpleasant on this map is that if they take this zone right now, we actually could be in a lot of trouble. One thing that's unpleasant on this map is that you do not get any garrisons. So sometimes controlling their movement can be a little on the tricky side. So these guys are going to retreat. Let's use the helicopter and hope they go into this corner. If they don't, well, maybe we can live with it. So where are they going to go? Over here? That's not where I wanted them to go. Not where I wanted them to go at all, but all right, we'll work with it. This guy we are going to have to let go home. And we're going to go ahead and send some reinforcements just to sit on this side of the bridge. Hello, somebody actually managed to get across. That's not a big deal. It's annoying, but it's not a big deal. Threaten them again, get 3 more reputation, keep ourselves afloat. Let's see. If I were to attack into these mountains, can we do something else? Can we force them into a different corner? Maybe. More strength? Maybe. Let's go for some coalition soldiers, interpreters, and guides. Also a little bit of civil integration. Just because another unit or 2 might actually help with this. We're going to try to force these guys into a corner. I just want to get rid of them, so we can make it really easy to take it from here. Full reform for women's rights. Huzzah! Also, these guys just left their mountain, which means we just take it outright, which is great. The police killed the guys who actually ran through over here, so that's fine. Then we take you over here. We're going to take you over here, and we're going to take you up over here, and these guys will be taken care of because that's way more units than we need. However, there apparently is another camp. Well, we'll use the helicopter to just go ahead and kick this guy out, and we just killed him, so we couldn't even take over the zone. Isn't that great? All right, so that's done. Fantastic. So now we start the rebuilding process. We're going to send national soldiers to a few places to just start rolling out initiatives. Let the coalition soldiers, ideally, do a lot of the work up front. And this is just going to be fine where it is. What else are people asking for, by the way? Mostly just still more security. Well, you know, more security actually works really well for me in this case. Let's go ahead and get some dirt roads and probably some other regular roads. I still want to be able to have lots of movement speed. 19% chance is worth the risk. All right, there we go. And look who's back. Okay. We have more of these guys. How fun. Tell you what, helicopter time. Flip, 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 flip. Get to the chopper. Boom. These guys are going to die. Thank you. These guys are going to go home. And, oh boy, how are we going to deal with this? And one guy got away somehow. Oh my god. All right, this is starting to get a little annoying. I really miss having garrisons. They were nice, it turns out. Oh, there's a camp right here. That's part of the problem. But all right. Let's see. We can go for even more casualties. I think we'll go for more relocation, and yeah, more casualties is fine. Why not? We'll just start using the helicopter extremely offensively and just try to take out groups entirely. Like this guy. Move over here. He's just going to die. Boom. Bye. Come on. All right, we got to defend the city, of course. Got to move back down over here, of course. They're speedy. I'll give them that. Football league. Sure, we'll fund that. Why not? That sounds like the sort of thing that people would appreciate, right? Eh, I don't know. What else do we want to get? Well, probably more highways and probably more dirt roads, to be honest. Are we about done with some of these areas? No, and to be honest, I don't think it's worth trying to do the civil integration over there right now if we're already struggling to keep these guys under control. So let's just go ahead and move this over here. Helicopter, move into this area. This will just get a whole bunch of casualties. Go boom. Okay, we took out a bunch of them. Not all, but a lot. 29% chance is no longer worth it to me, though. So go ahead and back that up. One more helicopter move actually will probably take this group out entirely. Let's go ahead and move these guys over here. The cooldown's pretty quick now, so we can be very offensive with this helicopter. Very offensive. Let's get some additional random things. Nobody asked for jobs this time around, which I do consider to be a bit bizarre, but all right, I'm happy with it. Gonna lose another coalition soldier. Unfortunate, but not a big deal. Go ahead and send you home. Helicopter goes here. Should be able to finish off this group since it's only a couple. There we go. Goodbye. And we'll move... Let's just go ahead and continue with the civil integration for the time being. Do wish we could get some more units, but oh well. Let's see. More civil integration would be helpful. We don't need the heavier ordnance. Let's go for telecoms. And I'm going to go for rural outreach because I'd like to get some of these rural zones taken care of pretty quick. Remember that the helicopter can also just take out camps. So if we think that there's one somewhere, we can just get rid of it. Try talking. All right, so now the peace talks are beginning. We can move the helicopter forward and just start getting kills. Which, I mean, is pretty good. Yeah. Let's wait until these guys retreat so that they don't accidentally retreat into the wrong area once the helicopter forces them to go somewhere, but here we go. There we go. And yeah, just take out a bunch. Perfect. This is looking good so far. Oh, come on. All right, if we're going to have to deal with that, that's fine. Say you're sorry! I don't expect them to actually say they're sorry, but I always try. I give them a chance, you know? All right, move the helicopter over here because this guy is about to appear, and I would like to go ahead and get him killed. There we go. I gotta say, it's pretty nice being able to chase this guy down. Makes my life a little easier. Let's go for some remote subsidies. Let's go ahead and get the democratic transition. Let's get some additional strength for my national soldiers so that they are on par with the coalition soldiers. And insurgents are, of course, going to be banned. I'm just one of those kind of people. I mean, call it cancel culture if you want, but I'm taking them down. I need to win this fight first. Can we move you forward? And then these guys did retreat, so we can go ahead and send you home, then move you forward. There we go. And these guys should ideally be able to win these fights. I'm going to prioritize some elections. Does cost a lot of money, but it's worth it. We're going to imprison all of their leaders. Helicopter moves over here, and it's going to force these guys to back off while also getting some casualties. And there's another camp or something somewhere. Gosh. Dang you people. It's fine. I'll use the helicopter and kill them off. It's not a big deal. They're under attack, but the police actually could probably handle them, to be honest. All right. What else do we want to do? I don't need more soldiers. We'll hold on to that for the moment. Let's go for some heavier ordnance, and then let's go for electricity, plus maybe some polio vaccinations or something. I don't know. Won't someone think of the children? All right, let's just go ahead and kill them off using the helicopter. Boom, bye. Hand over all your guns. Also, full elections. 11% chance of failure. Worked out fine. We're back up to 50 reputation. There's their camp. Let's go ahead and clear that out before they can spawn too many more. which will probably get one more. Ah, gosh, dang you. All right, back up over here. Of course, they're running over here now. Hang on. Helicopter. Get the heck out of here. And found a camp, too. What do you know? Oh, these guys are proving to be very, very annoying. International forces are allowed to remain forever. We have 50 bucks. I'm, for some reason, sitting on lots of money with this. I think it's because we have the tax collector. I've kind of forgotten how nice the tax collector can be, if I'm honest. Let's go for that advanced radar. I wouldn't mind just getting some extra vision and seeing what's happening. We're winning some pretty big fights over here. We can actually just go ahead and boost up the helicopters so we have even more combat strength. Do we have police over here? 286%. 291%. Yeah, we should be able to use the police to kill these guys off. Now, that said, I can't deal with that. So let's go ahead and move the helicopter, then move you back forward. And there's a camp over here. Ah, okay, well, we found the problem. We're going to tighten some rules, and then we're going to go ahead and move you over here and try to take that out. Subtle pressure again. 76% chance of getting the rivals to just back off, which would be quite nice. We might start using that pretty soon. I'm going to reject the deal, get 10 more reputation. Why not? And they're really starting to spawn all over the place. Hold up. Let's just go ahead and get over here and kill a bunch. Take out that camp, please. No more spawns. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. There are quite a few of them running around, but as long as they're in smaller groups, we're fine. I'm sitting on way too much money. Let's go for more frequent airstrikes. Let's go for the human terrain system. Let's go for some corruption purges. Let's go for, I don't know, jobs, development bank, and probably some remote subsidies and stuff pretty soon. Developmental grants, whatever. Get over here. This area is under attack and struggling a little bit. We kill a whole bunch. There goes a camp. Perfect. Found another camp. Go boom! Wow, they've been spawning so many camps so quickly over here. Have you noticed? Seems a little bit bizarre, but all right. Let's go ahead and clear these guys out. Actually, looks like the police already did that, so that was unnecessary. How's our security look over here? 297%. Should be fine. We'll clear that zone out. There we go. And the police, unfortunately, did not quite finish this area off, but we should be able to pop in here and take care of them soon enough. And let's go for some just casualties, making use of this. Oh, found a camp and an arms cache. I forgot the arms cache was here, if I'm honest. Well, it wasn't a problem, it turns out. 88%. So I should have just done that then. Let's go ahead and donate to charity, get some extra strength. These guys are going to run back where there is, once again, police, so I'm not worried about them. And we're going to try to keep these guys on their toes so they don't go too far. Great thing is, I'm pretty sure if we move some troops forward over here, we could literally just use the helicopter to just outright kill this group, no matter how strong they are, which is awesome. Let's go over some pesticides. And I don't really need much else. Let's go for the remote subsidies plus some land grants. Sure. These guys are going to have to run somewhere else. That's fine. I will make use of helicopter to just kill a bunch before they go too far, since that's obviously more than my police will be able to handle. These guys should not be alive. I'm not sure why they are. We're going to reject the deal once again. Let's go ahead and move you guys forward at this point. I think we can hold on to that, and then we're going to start pulling these guys away. Full elections, 15% chance. Somehow the opportunity has gone up. All right. Let's let these guys retreat, and then we'll go ahead and kill off another large group. Whoa! That was a lot of lost reputation. Minus, what was that, 14? Crud, dude. All right, bring the helicopter over here, get some casualties. Boom. All right, now they're manageable again. Tighten the rules. Let's move you over here. Let's get some reinforcements since we appear to be struggling. We'll use a helicopter if it turns out it's necessary. Let's fund the military to boost them up again. Move you up over here. We should have police. Yep, 285%. I'm not worried about it. 131 bucks. Good lord. Everything, honestly. Just get it all. I don't care. Inflation's really high. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? I'm going to go ahead and actually just use the helicopter to clear off this group now, because I think that we can do so. Bye! There we go, and that takes out the last group, plus the police took care of the last insurgents over there, and we are done. Let's go for a public accuse. For once, we're actually at a 100% chance of success on that one. Gosh dang it, these guys are back. Okay, let's go ahead and move you guys over here. Found another camp. This is going to take me a second, so you know what? At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and jump cut, because you've already seen how this is going to work. And now we should be ready to accept a peace deal and win this scenario. All right, not too bad. So I think it's tempting in this scenario to try and make a beeline for all three camps as quick as you can, including the one you know is always there. But honestly, in my opinion, leaving one camp, at least at this this scenario on Mega Brutal, it's worth leaving it there just to kind of force them to all stay in one area. And the game tends to prioritize, I think, placing down camps that are already really controlled. So let them have these mountains as long as you can contain them quickly and keep it going there, then really equip your helicopter gunship. You should be okay. But this was a fairly long scenario. You can tell by the fact that we have, like, no coalition soldiers left. We had to rely on these 4 guys for a good long while. 88,000 points, though. Not half bad. Pretty decent score. It's a fun scenario. I like it. I kind of would like to see some more stuff using that helicopter. It's a fun mechanic. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.